Hello everyone, it's Margaret here with 60andMe. How are you doing today? How is your aging process going? When we started 60andMe, it was to really inspire and to give some support and guidance to women like me that were, just dealing with that process of aging. And at first I thought it was aging gracefully, but then I kind of changed my adverb as I've moved along. And now, I talk about aging beautifully or aging creatively or passionately. But when it comes right down to it, I think I'm aging with one adverb that works for me, which is positively. I think I look at life now through a positive lens, and that's given me so much strength to deal with some of the changes that I've gone through. All of us have gone through as we age. I'm 75 now, and I look in the mirror sometimes and I think, who is that person? Like, did I really look like that when I was younger? Then I look at pictures and I can see a glimmer of, of continuity there. But I think it's positivity that keeps a smile on our face and keeps us young at heart. And I wanted to do a couple of videos. I think I'll do a series of these because I wrote them down and I've got so many ideas for how you tell if you're aging positively. And maybe that's not your word, but I think you'll find as I start chatting through the kinds of things that you should be doing or thinking about as you're aging positively for me, they'll resonate with you as well. So you're aging positively when you are totally embracing your age. You say it out loud, no problems. You don't mind what people think because it doesn't matter what anyone thinks about your age anymore. But you're aging positively when you embrace your age, whatever you are, and fully, just become yourself. Secondly, you're positively when you prioritize yourself. You've been looking after other people all your life, but you put some self-love at the front of your priority list, and you're aging positively when you are, feeling like you're doing things for yourself as well as for others, but that you're taking care of you. Another thing is that when you're focusing on your health, you're focusing on well-being as a direct link to happiness. I know that as we get older, so many people are dealing with chronic illnesses, different things that they're managing with medication. I mean, I'm of course in that category as well. I've got blood pressure issues and also had my gallbladder out this last summer. And yeah, I know they're all dealing with different things, but you're aging positively when you know that health is important and you're taking care of it. Another way you can tell that you're aging positively is you get out into the world and make new friends and strengthen your social connections that you've got now. You've probably got some friends that you've known for years and years, maybe in the context of your children, if you have children, or your work or other things. You've got people that you've just stayed in touch with, but maybe they're shifting now. And you're putting, as aging positively means you're putting a priority on social connection. All the research has been done, to show that the people that live in these blue zones where they live to be 100 consistently, they have strong family and social connections, and that's really, really important, I think. Do you agree? And by the way, as I'm talking here, if you can come up with any other ideas, any other reasons or ways that you can see that you're aging in the adverb that you want to use, but aging positively, I'd really love to know. Another one is that you continue to learn, that you put a priority on learning, that you become a lifelong learner. I think every day I try to read something that's in a category, in a group that it's not my core strength, something that I don't know about. And whenever someone ask me a question, especially my grandkids ask me a question that I don't know, I hunt for the answer. I'm always looking for connections. And when I go, out to do a day trip somewhere, I always research the place and research the history. I may not remember it, it's not like I need to know every single detail, but I do need and want to be a constant learner, because I think your brain needs exercise as much as your body. That's the truth. And so I think being a lifelong learner is a sign that you're aging positively. Another one is that you are aging positively if you are always curious and have a sense of wonder. That you really do look out into the world, nature, into your surroundings, and see something different every day. So you see a different angle or a different perspective. And it doesn't have to be looking at things. It can be looking at people. that you're endlessly curious about why people make decisions, why they do certain things, and you're interested in what they're doing. It's not like you have a set of understandings about the world that are inflexible, that you're curious and wondrous and wonderful, scenery, wonderful people, wonderful and curious situations, that you investigate, that you take it as an opportunity to just get, turned on by the world and turned on by life and the different paths that people take, not to be judgmental. And that actually is another sign of living positively, is when you can see that your view of life, your view of positivity may not be the view of somebody else, and that you're aging positively when you see positivity in everyone's point of view. It may actually be something that you disagree with. It may be something that you're very opposed to. But I think if you have that perspective that, it's someone else's and that they're allowed. I mean, of course, I'm not talking about things that are, that are negative or are harmful. Those are things you should feel, whichever your response is. But, I think being positive about as many different points of view as possible is a good thing. Emotional health as well as your physical health. There's so many pressures that are on us right now with this crazy world that we're living in. I mean, I look back though, when I was a child, when I was 15, 16 with the Cuban Missile Crisis and how we got through it all. We kind of worked our way through these challenges. But it seems to me today, with so much social media, so much information at your fingertips, that you have much more exposure to the negative things that are going on in the world. And I say negative, not so much people expressing their points of view, but just the harmfulness that's happening because of differences of opinion, and that people are just not listening to each other. So I think that, in order to do that, you've really got to find ways to calm your mental health, meditation, mindfulness, yoga, whatever, prayer, whatever you choose as your way. I think that's a sign of aging positively. When you've got some solutions, you've got some answers to keep your mental health and your physical health in balance. Now, emotional health is another way that you can tell if you're aging positively, because you're ready to take emotions and passions. There's nothing wrong with having strong passion and emotion, but you can temper them, and you know how to control the ones that are triggers, well, both for yourself and maybe for other people as well. By the time we've got to our 60s, we know quite a few people and have had situations in our lives that have been, well, maybe they've been more emotionally draining or overwhelming. I know that a lot of you are dealing with estrangement of some kind, not just from your children, but from family members and friends, that things you thought were precious, that you worked so hard to establish, are no longer part of your life, or have been, harm. There's been some harm that's been done that you can't heal. Forgiveness is another sign, I guess, of aging positively, but I think that's really, really a hard one. I think that word is very, very loaded, and because I don't know if you ever can forgive someone for some things if they're done in a way that hurt you and destroyed a part of your innocence about that relationship. So anyway, that's another whole video, another whole conversation. But I think aging positively means that you're a little bit more calming and accepting of yourself, of the mistakes that you might have made, things you may have regrets about, just moving forward. Another thing about aging positively is you see every challenge as an opportunity. And this has been something that's been heightened for me with my interest in Stoicism and Stoic way of life, because every obstacle in the Stoic belief or philosophy is that it's an opportunity to take a different route, to focus on something that you can control rather than something you cannot control. And I think that whole idea of seeing things as an opportunity. I've had to stop myself sometimes, and when I start to say, "Oh, the challenge is," and I say, the opportunity is. It's like the two sides of the coin, right? So it's like a really delicate balancing act. But when you look at things that are difficult, challenging, they're also opportunities to get better at something or to grow. Okay, I mean, I really do believe in that. The other thing is to celebrate. When you're getting older and you're going through a different rhythm of successes, like you're not working and getting, reviews, or you're not getting, children telling you what a great mom you are, or giving you lots of mama love or baba love. It's like you've really got to start being more self-generating of self-love, so that you have a core you start to shape a core being that is solid and not movable by criticism or differences of opinion, even ageism, stereotypes, all those things. That we celebrate the milestones as we get older and we treasure them. 60, big one. 65, no, you're getting used to it. 70, whoa, that's a big one. And then, of course, you keep going and on, and 80 will be another big one. But I think the decades tend to stay with you. But anyway, those are just some of the ideas I've got about aging positively. So if you've got some other things that go along with it, I'm going to do another video or two, because there's so much here that I think we can talk about, and taking on an aging positively state of mind. So let me know what you think. If you've got some other thoughts about this conversation of positivity, let me know. Maybe how it got you through a situation, or maybe just supporting what I've been saying about the different things you can recognize in your life. And please, join us. If you also are interested, we've got a Patreon group. I want to mention this because it's a beautiful group now, about 800 people, but only about 50 come regularly to our live shows, which is fine. And it's a support for 60 and Me, and it's also a way to meet other women. These are women that you can get together with in the real world, and they're doing cruises together and trips and coffee meetings and just virtual gatherings. And it's patreon.com/60andme. You're welcome if you join the angel level, which is $3 a month. It's a subscription to support us. We don't charge any membership or anything, but it is a way for you to show your appreciation for us and help us keep the thing going. And anyway, I hope that you've had a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. Take good care. Be safe and strong, and be positive. Okay? Take good care. Love you so much. Bye-bye.